Hi, welcome back to SEF Indisc. How are you doing, everyone? Hope you're all in good condition and that you always stay positive. Finally, after a couple of months after the last episode last year, we have come back with a new and fresh series of our podcast in this period. Bringing you back to SEF Indisc, a podcast that can be your Sat Night soulmate. My name is Terra, and for tonight's first episode, I want to talk about something really interesting. We are all very familiar with climate change. What used to be a potential event, mere scares about global warming, thinning the ozone layer, melting the icebergs, and raising our sea levels, has now realized into an actual threat. We can feel the Earth's temperature rising, our summers getting hotter, and our rainy days causing floods, our forests burning with wildfires, just to name a few of the effects that climate change has brought. This is when a group of American activists began the Green New Deal. They recruited a congresswoman and a senator to turn these initiatives to fight climate change into a congressional resolution. And these resolutions are 1. What America has to do to fight back against climate change, and 2. How America will protect the people economically in fighting climate change. There's no confusion, perhaps, regarding the first resolution. It seems obvious, doesn't it, that America, and of course the world, will have to stop burning fossil fuels. We've been burning fossil fuels for our vehicles, our coal-powered energy, and many more. And the Green New Deal proposes that we all move from fossil fuels into a more renewable, sustainable, environmentally friendly resource. Switching to electric cars, solar power energy for our homes, just to name a few examples. But switching to these alternatives don't come cheaply. Quite the opposite, in fact. Although these alternatives will provide new industries and new opportunities, building the facilities to move away from fossil fuels will also be costly. It means removing an entire business based upon fossil fuels. This is why the Green New Deal also wants to protect the people of America economically. This second part, promising to protect Americans during the transition from fossil fuels to a fully decarbonized world, consists of job guarantees, public employment, universal healthcare, education, and training. But more than that, it wishes to provide these guarantees to all Americans, the poor and people of color included. The Green New Deal wishes to see a new economy where there will be equal opportunity for all, where it won't be politically influential or wealthy who would control the economy. The Green New Deal is the first step, one deal whose goals are for the betterment of the environment, while also maintaining the economic security of the people. And perhaps that is just the truth of the matter. Fighting climate change cannot be separated from fighting capitalism, which is the root cause for burning fossil fuels in the first place. And another tragic fact that we have to acknowledge is that America, a first world country, will not suffer as much as third world countries do in this transition to decarbonization, as the poor and unemployed will have the heaviest burden of how costly the transition will be. Climate change is irreversible, and perhaps we only have a limited time to save our own planet. All the plans we have to move to a more environmentally friendly lifestyle could only slow down the effects of climate change. And whatever the step we take is, we must take it now, for the betterment of our one and only home. So, listeners, that's all for tonight. What an interesting and informative topic, right? Hopefully, I have given some knowledge and made your Saturday night more meaningful. Last but not least, always stay tuned to our SEF Indisc Podcast. Turn on that notification for our Instagram posts to always stay updated about our next podcast episode with another amazing announcer. And also, if you want to try the new atmosphere of listening to our podcast, you can check out our podcast on YouTube and Spotify through the link in our Instagram bio. SEF Indisc Podcast, a podcast that can be your Saturday night soulmate. Goodbye, guys, and see you in the next episode.